Hey, welcome back to the channel. I'm Noah is Garcia, Jacob Knight, whatever you want to call me, and this is the best camera quality you're ever gonna get from me. Sorry. Now, first of all, how are you? You doing well? You okay? You eating? Let me tell you something. I've been talking to your auntie, and she said you ain't eating too much, so I want to see you down a whole hoagie by the time I get over there, okay? Ramblings aside, welcome to the channel. I am a big fan of digital cameras simply because there's so much you can manipulate and there's just so much you can do with that. And I have a group of friends. I call them the Film Boys, and they shoot amazing work. Follow all of them. I'm going to put them all over the screen right now. But my father, Diego, he let me a roll of film, and he's just like, here, try it. And what triggered this? Well, my sister used to go on old Girl Scout trips, and she has this Kodak Cameo. I don't know if this is getting in focus. Kodak Cameo. Now this thing is like it still has a Girl Scout name on it. But this thing is a flip to open. It's an instant camera. The lens is 35 millimeters. It has a built-in flash that cannot be turned off as far as I know. And it's really just a one shot, one use. Okay, and I'm kind of that guy. Like where's our Polaroid? I have Polaroid cameras, so my friends are more artsy photographers. I'm more of like I would say novelty photographer or a practical photographer. And film just isn't practical nowadays because it's even gotten more expensive as of late because the chemicals used to make it, as of the time of this recording, is in a bit of a demand. So film price is going up. So it's just easier to shoot digital. You really have to work your subject to get really great shots with film, and when you nail it, you really do nail it, and it comes out spectacular. So they're all Film Boys, and I'm a junior member of the Film Boy Club. If you'd like to join it, like down below, and I'll officially induct you as a member. Junior member. Want to be a real member, you're gonna have to DM me. Point is, I thought I would go around the city with them, shoot a bunch of film at parties, in the street, and I thought I'd see how it comes out. That first color roll was a Fujifilm 400 Superior. For those who don't shoot a lot of film, it really depends on what type of look you're going for. Some film have certain tint on them, like a bluish or green. Some are black and white, which are usually kind of on the cheaper end. And some are just kind of, the different grades are really more of a preference and what kind of image you're trying to capture. So that 400 Superior was really just sort of a good mid-tone for any photos I was trying to take. And since this has an automatic flash in it, I wouldn't really have to worry too much about the lighting because I was gonna mostly shoot during the day. So you and me and some of your friends, if you want to invite some of your friends, I won't tell mom, it's fine, we're good. We're taking this 90s camera that's like a point and shoot, and we're gonna see my images, my little results of this experiment here, because hey, maybe this will get me hooked. I'm literally on my second roll. Okay, so first things first, we're going to go to the very first photo I took, which was literally at a Halloween party. You saw a glimpse of all of those right now. Basically, it's just my friends. You see how, because of the flash, it does really well, and the highlights aren't bad at all, really. It's just the lights blows the face up a little bit, and it gives it this sheen that's a little plasticky, if you get my drift. But the highlights on the faces aren't that bad. Like this camera was passed around. People were taking different things, so I wasn't shooting some of these. But so this is just a fun little party. I'm gonna definitely. This feels like a very hipster thing to say, but I'm definitely going to take this thing to party and be like, everyone line up so I can take a picture with my Kodak Cameo. Remember? I hated that. Note to self, editor Noah, never do that again. Okay, so there's group shot. Not a group shot, that was taken by someone else. There's me. Giving each other looks. Fun time. There's my nephew. See, once again, this was the area wasn't very well lit. but because of the flash, it popped really well, and it's sharper than I thought. Like, you can see my dog's tongue as it was going up and down, so that's really great. There's my mom and my stepdad, father-in-law, stepdad. I'm an adult. I know terms and how they work and things. Anyways, this is a very cute shot. I really enjoyed that. They're a very cute couple. This one is a bit more at sundown. Once again, you see the white on this truck isn't blown out by the flash. I think I really enjoyed that. I wish I had gotten a bigger angle on this. And for being nighttime, the grain isn't the worst thing. So I kind of like how this turned out, although I wish I was bigger. Because this is a set lens, I can't zoom in or out. So I really gotta, when you have something that's a one shoot like this, whether it be this or a Polaroid camera or a freaking, where is it? I have one down here. Whether it be like one of these Kodak. I use this. I have a review on my channel if you ever want to see it. But I enjoy this. It's very cute. I hope I'm in focus now. If I'm out of focus, I blame technology. So next one, that's another, see this, I'm practicing a lot. If you can tell with this role, I'm very much practicing. There's my dog again. There's my stepdad, Paul. He's great. He's wonderful. And his beautiful little car. I love cars. I know nothing about them, but they look so cool. Well, this is a really cool car. I love it. There's a cinema. I wanted to go at night, but I wasn't sure because there's neon. It's sort of like a neon cinema. And I'm always curious how film and neon interact because you don't want to overblow and just have it be white. You want to get the color of the neon. So it's just, I went during the day. There's just outside my yard, just a ghosty. That, I think, with this picture, I think I was like checking something and I accidentally pressed the shutter, so it's just not great, or whatever. This was a reflection. I love reflection work. It's really fun. So this was nice, and I'm glad the reflection was caught. And this is at my school. I go to school in Long Beach. That's all I'll say. You'll never find me. I like this little pig. I don't know why. It's just hanging out this window. This window's always open. It doesn't matter the temperature. The window's always open. I always see it open. So this pig just hangs out. And I thought that was interesting. Then once again, I wish I was taller because this thing cannot zoom. So it's not the best angle, but it's the one I thought would work for this lens. So that I was capable of taking. So next up, this one's much better. It's much more classic. Whittier Village Cinemas. I might go again because I have a new role in here, as I mentioned earlier. I might go again and go at night to see how this looks, but I really like, there's something kind of dirty and grainy to it that feels very of the time, because lots of times this film is nostalgia based and you kind of get reminiscent of how things were color graded, how they were composed, and I just like that you kind of have that impression on this. Like, if you show me this picture and you said it was taken in the 90s, I believe you. So there's something that I enjoy about that. And of course you have nicer film cameras, they won't have this same effect, but because this is literally from the 90s, it worked with the film to give me this sort of like looking like an older shot, and I appreciated that, especially since it got kind of the dirtiness of the Whittier of the cinema sign. So I like this a lot. Next up is F the Police. I thought it was fun graffiti in front of like an old abandoned store. I wish I had gotten a different angle. Like, I'm not a fan of this angle, but it works. There's my dog. More reflections. You know I love my reflections, man. I love them. There's my dog. Now, the Film Boys, as a junior member, I am not privy to all their secrets and all meetings. However, I was allowed for an exclusive photo meetup in LA where I just basically followed them around while they went like... So I took a couple shots just in front of a bank, You see the white in the back of the sun is blown out a little bit, but I like the lights on the statue. And that's about it. I wish I had a different angle, but it is what it is. Next up is two of my friends. Pete, Instagrams, I'll put their Instagrams here. I don't know. But they're great, both photographers. I love them. Do I love one more than the other? Perhaps. Cut that out, Noah. What does that mean? Here's a fun sign work. I'm not a big fan of this one. I just wanted to see how it would look. If you like it, let me know. I'm not the biggest fan. See, look, there's my foot in the shot. And loading only. I just thought this was funny because it was just on the ground. See, some of these shots I give thought into, and I'm like, how am I going to frame this? And some of these shots are like, snap, oh, that might be cool. And you know, sometimes those quick snap judgments are some of the best photography, but I find just for myself, I need to think because I don't have the talent of just instantly composing things like some photographers do, so I need to think out my shots. So this was just like a quick, like, ba-doo! So I enjoy it. Next up is this. There's this weird meat market. I don't go to LA a lot. I stay home. So there's like this neon market where there's a bunch of. It's a food court in LA. And this is one of them. Sorry, I'm yawning. It's like 12. Carnitas estilo Michoacan. I would love to go to Michoacan one day. But I'm the biggest bocho of all, and they'd be like, who's this American pretending to be Spanish? And I'd be like, no, please. My table, it's broken. My Spanish, it's Americanized. So whatever. There's Peppers. Now you see this shot of Peppers. This didn't get in focus. This was too close, and because the lens isn't the best, it didn't focus, and I got too close to these peppers. If I had backed off a little bit, it probably would have came out better. But this is just kind of a blur. But I like in the background, you can see the shadows of these lights because this area is so lit by the flash that these really stick out, and I almost like the background more than I like the actual peppers. Okay, next up, this is a statue of a bank. I like the angle. I like the reflection of the building right here. But, see, I wish I had a wider angled lens. Almost maybe like, just jumping back to the 90s, almost like a fisheye angle. I think I would have liked that there. Of course, we were in LA, so I went to the last bookstore. We walked by it. I wanted to go in, but they wanted to walk around. Photography. So I took a picture of the neon sign because you're a photographer. You can't resist neon no matter how badly you pretend to hate it. You can't resist neon if you're a photographer. So that's that. See another shot where I got too close. So the thing in front is blurry and the background is a bit more sharp, and this was not intentional. I was trying to get these blades of grass to be sharp, so this is just knowing your medium. This was a very nice person. They were playing piano out on the street. See, and this is another thing where it's blown out a little bit. It's not very clear, but I still like the effect. I still like how this looks. I wish I had a different angle, but it is what it is, and I like this. See, now this is a car, and this is another one of those things where when I was shooting, I didn't want the flash, but the flash comes on automatically. So what I did is that when I lift this up, I'm not going to cut any of this. I'm in finals right now. I have no time for editing. I'm not going to cut any of this. I'm not going to do anything fancy. When I lift this up, I cover it like this, and then I shoot just so that I don't get the flash, because if you can turn the flash off on this thing, I don't know how. I don't, but so I just kind of cover the flash when I don't want it. Which kind of worked for this photo, I think. This is, I tried to get a fire truck. Look at how grainy this is. I have a friend who's been posting a lot of grainy stuff right now, and I find merits in that, but I personally am not a fan of, like, an overload of grain in your photos. Like, I'm not a fan of that. So this is my last photo you saw at the beginning. It is in my friend Peter's house. He also has a little collection of film cameras. It's very cute. This is big Kodak products and his little air conditioning and some plants. Him and his girl, they're very nice. I like how I say his girl, like I'm not friends with her too. She's my friend too. And they decorated the house very nice. So this is just like a little area. And this is another shot where I didn't want the flash, so I covered it just so I can get whatever natural lighting was in there. And they have red, those LED lights that go around the room. When you want to make a small room seem brighter and pop more, you do LED lights around it. So they had that, so that's where the light was coming from. And this is very nice. Let me know what you thought of my shots. What was your favorite? Put it down in the comments. If you have any hints or tips or tricks for me, I'll take it. Because I very much am a film beginner. So if you have any tips or tricks, let me know. But yeah. I think all my camera equipment is coming from my sister. My sister also left behind this camera, which is an Argus Cosita Still 1000. I'm like a beauty guru. This is my camera palette. Am I in focus? I'm not editing this, so this is, I like this. I think it's really cool. It has a lot of girth, and it has a freaking, and this is a cool thing. My one issue with this camera, and the reason I haven't used it, and the reason I use this, is because this just takes AAA batteries. Yeah, the mirror, I don't know if I need to get hot glue, or if I need like a special type of glue, but yeah, the mirror inside is not attached. So if I wanted to use this, I'd have to open it, adjust it, shoot, and then it would, as it flips, the mirror would just fly off. So you just gotta. But I think I might invest in getting this fixed. Being a little pretentious is one of the ways you become one of the film boys, and I'm right now a junior member, as I stated, and I might have aspirations to become a full member of the film boys. So thank you so much for watching this video. This is probably the best camera quality I'm gonna have for a while, so enjoy that. Don't forget to leave your comments down below. You don't have to like or subscribe, but I want to talk to people about film. So if you have any advice or stories or anything about film cameras or digital cameras, just leave it down in the comments down below, and I'm totally down to read it. Also, I'm currently on my second roll with this camera. If you guys want to see like an update video of anything I've learned, as well as to see the results of this, let me know down in the comments, and I'll make a video. It'll be Android quality, but hey baby, we're low tech around here, you know what I'm saying? You about to make me be low tech. Be safe, bye.